get ready with me while I talk about my first red X on the list. So for those of you keeping up with my channel, I've started a list of 100 ways to try and potentially fail at something in 2025 as kind of a way to push myself to try new things and kind of get out of my comfort zone and be more ambitious. I've had 2 successes. So I have 2 green check marks to add, and I also have my first red X to add. So it's a little bit of a mixed bag of emotions, but part of this journey is learning how to better handle rejection. So that's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm also hosting a galentines, so I'm gonna be getting ready too. So that's part of the video. So the first green check mark is I entered for a gallery showing with some of my photos, and I got accepted, and my photos are hanging up in a gallery right now, and that's really cool and really exciting. And then my second thing is, where is it? Okay, it's number 17. So I submitted an application to go to an entrepreneurship luncheon and showcase my small business, and I got invited, and I got to go and network and go to this really cool fancy business dinner. So that was another green checkmark success right here. But unfortunately, one was to become a welcome week, like, new student orientation leader at my college, and I did not make it all the way through the application process. So I made it through the first round, but I did not get my call back. And that was a little rough and kind of sad, to be honest. I was upset because this was something that I wanted to do and I put a lot into it. I'm tying my hair up so I don't get foundation in my hair. I had put a lot into my application. It was a very extensive process, but I'm a junior about to be senior, and they're mostly looking for sophomores and juniors who still have a couple more years at the school left. And so I just wasn't exactly what they were looking for. And that's okay. Like, that happens. You just kind of have to learn to accept it and roll with that. Also, this is the CC cream that I'm using. But yeah, that was my first rejection of the year, and in a way I think I handled it better than I thought I would, but I was also really confident about getting that position because I had, like, good references. I had built up, like, a really good resume over my past 2.5 years at school here, but I just wasn't what they were looking for. And that is a life lesson that I'm currently having to learn. I've always been somebody who struggles a lot with rejection. I tend to take things like that very personally. I take criticism very personally, especially when it comes to, like, my work. Like, with my photography or my writing, I do not take criticism well. And that's something I need to work on and try to do better at. And I think that this, whole failing 100 times journey will kind of help with that. But yeah, I failed and it wasn't fun. But I also know that would have been a huge time commitment, and I think there are other things that are going to help me out and be better opportunities for me that I will be able to say yes to because that door closed. Because I am talking with one of my professors about being the photo editor of our school's news magazine, and it's an award-winning magazine, and it's a prestigious position, and even just to be in the consideration for it is a big deal. And so I'm really excited about that, and I'm really hoping that that door will open for me, because if I actually did get the Welcome Week orientation leader position, I might not have had time to help out and work with the magazine. So maybe it's all working out how it's supposed to work out. Okay, so now I'm going in with the e.l.f. Putty Color Correcting Eye Brightener. This came recommended to me, and I love it. It's kind of my holy grail. Okay, I'm going to do it on this side and then, like, compare and contrast for you guys. I'm not sponsored by e.l.f. I wish I was. Please sponsor me. Like, look at the difference in the puffy, dark circles. This half. Crazy. Anywho. I do want to talk for just a moment about the green check marks, though, and I'm very excited and proud of those. The first one is my photos in an art gallery. My photos are at the Ned, which is like a local art gallery. They had a student art exhibition. Some of my other friends also have art in the exhibition, and that's really cool. So we all got to go to the opening reception together and see each other's art. It was students from 4 different schools in our, like, region. 4 different colleges. This is the NYX Bear With Me Serum Concealer. So it was really cool to kind of get to see other people's art and be there with my friends. I was the only photography exhibit, which I thought was really cool. And unique. I submitted 3 photographs, and all 3 made it in, and I was really excited about it. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to open some doors where I can have more of my photos in galleries. I'm gonna kind of let that sit for just a minute. I'm gonna blend out a little more down here with the foundation. The second, like, green checkmark, not failure, was this business, like, student entrepreneurship luncheon, and that was so much fun. I own a small business. I actually own 2 small businesses. I own a photography business where I do, like, portrait photography, sports photography, that kind of stuff. And then, I own my own little art business. I make my own jewelry and do, like, hand-painted cards and things like that. And so, where's my... Okay, I need a little extra concealer. I haven't been sleeping good, and so my dark circles are, like, really prominent right now. But, yeah. Anywho, I make, like, bracelets and cards and things like that and hats, and I got invited to kind of present and like pitch my business. It's at the student entrepreneurship showcase. So it was me and then 2 other students at my college, and we got to present, and then we got to go afterwards to this like luncheon with all these business leaders within the community, and like get advice and kind of network with them, you know, get some LinkedIn connections and stuff like that. And it was really cool, and I got a lot of really good advice, and I got the chance to make a lot of connections with people in the business college, because I'm not a business major, I'm a communications major, so I don't really come across many of those professors, but now I finally have some contacts in the business department. I'm looking for my blush. I literally can't find it. Hello? Am I going crazy? Oh, here it is. It was hiding under something. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow. e.l.f., please sponsor me. But, wait, look at it. Cool, okay. Oh, that's so weird. Okay. But it was fun. I got to meet like the other students who have their own small businesses, and then me and another girl, she has like a clothing boutique, so we're planning to do a pop-up together with like both of our businesses. So that'll be a lot of fun. I'm actually gonna blend this out with a brush. I think it blends better. And don't worry, I know it looks kind of crazy right now. It'll get there. Just blending up. So yeah, overall, it was like very successful, and I was really excited about it, and I had a great time. I got to use a lot of the resources from the business and engineering departments, and kind of learn how to use like the Cricut and the vinyl banner printer and all that kind of stuff. So that was really fun, and I got to meet a lot of new people, which is always great. Especially if you're like in the business world. It's all about the networking and meeting people and all that kind of stuff. So overall, both of those 2 things were a success. So I think in the past like 2 weeks, we've had 1 failure and 2 successes. So I think that's a pretty good average. I think the experiment is going well. But I don't know. I feel like I need some more suggestions for one of stuff to like add on the list, because like we're almost through with February. So I only have like 10 months left to fail 100 times, and like I have to at least attempt everything on the list. So I need to kind of figure out some more things to go for. One that I just added is I want to try to shoot photos at a professional sporting event. I've only ever shot at high school and college sports. So I want to try my shot at professional. I don't really know if I'm that good yet, but I might as well ask and try. The worst that they can say is no. The answer is always no if you never ask. So my plan is just literally to email them, different people, and I'm trying the Memphis Grizzlies, because that's the closest professional sports team. And there's some alumni from my school who work for the Grizzlies. And so my thought process is literally just email different people in their communications department so much that they just get annoyed and they let me come shoot a game just so I'll shut up. That's kind of the game plan at the moment. But we'll see how it goes. It could be a success, it could be a failure, we don't know, but we're gonna try it. So, I'm also thinking about a road trip as one of my things, like planning a road trip, because I'd really like to do one with my little in my sorority. I think it'd be a lot of fun. But it's just hard to like schedule that and plan it and actually make it happen and it to be like successful and everything, you know, make it out of the group chat. But I can't open my bronzer. This is the NYX Buttermelt bronzer. I've really been loving this bronzer. It's super nice and it's so blendable. Love it. Okay, bronzer's done. I'm gonna blend that on my neck just a little bit. So let's see, powder blush is next on the list. Speaking of next on the list, one of the things I'm gonna try pretty soon, and I will keep you guys updated on it, is taking a stock market risk, which scares me a little bit because I just lost quite a bit on SoundHound, my SoundHound stock. It's an AI company, and it plummeted on Friday, and I lost a bunch of money, which scares me because that was already a slightly risky stock gamble, and I had 6 shares, which isn't like an absurd amount, but it was enough where it did damage to my portfolio, which is never fun. I'm going in with the Merle Norman highlight stick. I've literally used her since high school. Never done me dirty. Very blendable. Anywho, DraftKings has done surprisingly well for me. That's been my best, like, within the past week, it just plummeted. I bought it about $42 a share, and it's at like 54, 56, something like that now. I haven't checked today, so I can't like recall the number off the top of my head, but I've made quite a bit on DraftKings, which was very unexpected, actually. It was like right after the Super Bowl, it just soared. So that was nice. But Lowe's has been like pretty consistently good for me this year. I like Lowe's as a stock and just like as a company. They're, you know, pretty consistent, kind of consistently in the green, for the most part, which is always nice. I'm putting just a little bit of chapstick on while I do my eyes, and then hopefully my lips won't be crusty by the time I start doing lips. But for eyes, I'm using the e.l.f., again, e.l.f., please sponsor me, Finest Fleck glitter eyeshadow. It's a dupe for a more high-end one, but it's so beautiful. It gives such a glowy look to the eye. It's like fairy dust. But yeah, I think honestly my stock market risk might be just staying in SoundHound, even though it's done so poorly. I think I'm just gonna like ride it out, and I think it will go back up. That's just kind of my gut instinct, my gut feeling about the stock. I obviously could be wrong. I'm about to do eyeliner. I obviously could be wrong about the stock, and that's what makes it risky, of course. This pencil's too dull. I need to get a different one. That can be thrown away. Where is my other one? Okay. Great, now I've smudged it. That's lovely. Okay, so I did eyeliner off camera because I literally cannot do it in front of the camera. But I'm doing mascara, the Tarte Maneater. I love this mascara. It has never done me dirty. So good. Just right on the lash. Kind of try to start on the base of the lash and work my way up. Look at the difference. Crazy. And I layer my mascara, so I love the Tarte for the length. But I like this one from Fenty for volume and like spreading the lashes apart. This one's a lot kind of airier and lighter, and it just kind of fans everything out really nicely, just like so. Okay, now for lips, I'm using the NYX Suede lip liner in the shade Whipped Caviar. It's just about like one shade darker than my natural lip color. Slay. And then I'm going to go in with the Essence lip oil on top. I love this lip oil. It's like $5 at Ulta, and it is so good. And it's in the shade Pink Champagne, which is my favorite shade. My mirror is super dirty, but here is the fit. Dress, shoes, jewelry, other hand. So that's the fit. I might put a necklace on. I feel like I kind of need one. But yeah, I'm going to show you a little bit of my party decorations because I made them myself and I'm really excited about them. I have chocolate dipped pretzels, Hershey's hearts, Madeline's, heart cookies, these cookies to set out. Then we have macarons, and then stuff to make mimosa mocktails, and these adorable little cups, and these bows that I made out of tablecloths from the Dollar Tree.